Hi, my name is Kristi and I am an alcoholic. I came to the Rooms of Recovery in August of 2019. And shortly before then, I had hit a rock bottom in my life like no other. At this point, I had completely isolated myself from any of my friends, all of my family, and anyone who truly cared and loved me. I was blocking them out. I was under the strong grips of alcoholism, and I didn't know a way out. I had reached out to a family member. I was admitted to a hospital, and thereafter I came into treatment and then came directly to the doors of sober living at Solutions. And that is really truly where my life started to become a life. It started to become livable. It started to become gradually manageable. And that is something that was so different for me. I was used to living under the chaos and the insanity and the unmanageability of the grips of alcoholism and addiction, and so everything was so new to me. So I felt like I actually was a part of for the first time. I had moved into one of the sober living houses at Solutions in September of 2019, and I had 3 other roommates at that time, women roommates, and we formed bonds throughout the time that we lived together. And that house actually became a house that I consider to be the first real house that I had ever lived in. I've been moving for my entire life. So at that point, the sober living house that I was living in was probably near like the 25th residency that I had lived in. And it was the first real true one that I could consider home. And it remains a very special place in my heart. When I came into sober living, I had requirements, which was actually really helpful. It was really the first time that I was trying to do this life thing without being under the influence of any substance, and with actually trying to do the next right thing, try to let people into my life, try to be honest and open. And so it was really helpful to have all of the support that Solutions offered me. I was able to start volunteering at the coffee counter that we have at Solutions Recovery Center. I was able to attend 12-step meetings and that were aligned with my recovery, and I also met a bunch of other women and men as well, but very focused on gaining and obtaining a support system of women in my life, which it really happened. I have a support system from then, almost just about 3 years ago, that I continue to reach out to, that I continue to contact and be part of their lives as much as they are a part of mine. When I moved out of sober living, I actually felt okay to be out on my own. I was able to utilize the resources that sober living had provided me to help me actually feel comfortable enough to live on my own. And then with the recovery center here, I was able to actually continue my recovery day in and day out, continue with the volunteering. So really, truly, the only thing that changed in my life when I moved out of sober living was simply that. I was living on my own in my own apartment, and everything else remained the same. The community that Solutions had helped provide in regards to the recovery community here was, it's irreplaceable. It's something that has been so close to my heart, and something that I couldn't imagine not having today. And still to this day, I actually can enter the doors here at the recovery center and go to meetings. I can be here to now train volunteers. I have actually just currently accepted a full-time position at Solutions, working in the community relations department and volunteer coordinating. So it's, it's something that I couldn't have ever imagined. It's truly, it's absolutely just been life changing since I walked through the doors here. And I am still able to be involved with the women that are in sober living today, and even the house that I went through. So it's just really, it's really near and dear to my heart. I actually just went there and hung out with some of the women the other day, and I realized there was a plant there that's still there that I had brought in while I was still living there, that my dad and I had picked out together. And I remember I was like, okay, this is the first living thing that I'm trying to take care of. And so it's just really special. It's still there 3 years later. It's kind of cool. So I am grateful for Solutions. I'm grateful for recovery, and I'm grateful for all of the opportunities that has been provided for me and for others as well since being connected to Solutions Sober Living. I hope you have a great day.